turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 1st time with Miles Sanders. And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
Go. 120. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jackson. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wentz to throw again. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Turn two, son.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, rock it. Rock, defense.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Come on, set. 60 or.
53, Mike 53. Blue down.
Topper. Now.
Motion.
Go. Ready.
Here's Beathard to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And take it right on the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Down the man inside.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Waiting.
Hey, they scared.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Waiting.
I got it. Double time.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Go, go. 280!
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Throwing on first is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Oh, he sheds himself free. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Running with a fullback, Coleman. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 32. That's the end of the first quarter.
We're scoreless after 1. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Bam, bam. General West.
What's South, baby? That's Baby South. Check 99. Check 99. Back.
Yo, go.
Motion.
Check. Shoot.
On 2nd and 15 now. Beathard. Completes it to Jason Witten. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
70.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I got him. 53's the mic.
Go.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Mike, get it.
To throw is Beathard. Looking deep downfield. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
Hey,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now wins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
2 draw corkers. Hey! Move!
Let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Beathard.
Let's go, defense. Get on the field, defense.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Fight 51, Mike 51.
To throw is Beathard. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Cooper was the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Second down back at the 34-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let him know, let him know.
No.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down.
Here we go. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
By Fletcher Cox. Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A game there of 30 big ones.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Protein spill. Squeeze. Ready?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, box truck. Mike 51, Mike 51. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Go, Mike.
Yep.
Mike 51. Hey, it's coming.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Beathard. That one complete to Elliott. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Echo. 51.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll throw here. Beathard. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Go. 280. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You don't want no problem for me.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. He had 5 catches in the wild card win, and that's his 5th here, and it's good for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Get it.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So we've come up. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Second and 6 at the 26.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 50, check 50.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Now.
Give me something.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Derek Barnett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Here we go, here we go. Louis!
Good track, good track.
657.
57 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, check. Look at that.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down.
18 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
Here we go, here we go.
Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Go, go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, back. Waiting!
Tackle.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught by Jackson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Waiting. 57. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Cooper was the target there.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 37. Check 37.
57.
25. Check 25. Check.
Here.
They'll go again with Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 32 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Kill. 61, matchbox lights. Hey. Don't get him. Let's go.
Now Beathard. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm coming. Mike 5-4. I got you.
Go. You're all mine, baby. Big grip.
Here's Beathard to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Done. 280.
57. Hey.
Done.
On first down, Sanders. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. Let's go. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. 54.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Shoot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Come get some. Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
17 yards.
Single, slot.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
X3, 218, chopper. Check. Lucky.
Bethard. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, again. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. Then the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
36.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
955.
Wentz now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. And what's the call here? The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
12 yards there and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Back to throw Beathard. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. I'm on. 51. Ready?
Here's Beathard to throw. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Sunday. 57 to Mike. Man 5-7. Watch the pass. 57 to Mike. 57. Recon, 132 fighter. All day, every day, any day. Watch the safety creep. Hey, empty. What's up?
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
57, Mike. Watch the run. 57, Mike, 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz stepping up. He'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That's fielded in the end zone. a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Running from the gun with Howard. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go. 120!
Not today, you are. Not today.
Kill!
57's the mic. Watch 57. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. 180!
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.